Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Ascension Messages. My name is Bobbie Richardson, and I will be your guide for today. I am clear, all the clears actually. What do you call them? Clear audient, clairvoyant, clear cognizant. I'm a channeler, a reader. I'm also a seer, and I can tap into the Akashic records as well. So all my life I have been interacting with different beings, and I don't just see them within my mind. I saw them outside of myself. Many times they'd come and visit me and give me messages on how to guide myself through these times because they knew that these times were coming where humanity was going to need some help. So that's what I'm all about. I have just uploaded a channel message from the Arcturians, which is stepping through a portal into the Arcturian world. They guided me with the imagery and the sound. The sounds are it goes from like a chanting sound right through to dance because there's many planets around the Arcturus star system and in the Boots constellation. So I just got a variant of. There was a lot of other messages that came through other than that, but it was a really interesting time actually, because the more I tapped into them, the more I almost became them, and they are very, very sensitive. So they are a lot more heightened in their senses. And I'll tell you a funny story that happened. I'm very good at manifesting things. So I'll just go, I want to manifest something. Like I wanted to get a bar heater, a radiator bar heater, and voila, here's somebody put one out, a good one, and they put it out on their front lawn for someone just to take for free. So I grabbed it, very heavy, those radiator heaters. I put it in my car and I took it home. So I hadn't used it very much, and I started doing this Arcturian portal video. And one of the things that happened was I got to experience a heightened sense. And there was a day where I started seeing visual colors out of the side of my eye. They say that that can happen to humans. I did look it up, but usually comes with a headache. It didn't come with a headache with me. I just experienced these heightened awarenesses. And the very next day, my smell was over the top, like tenfold what people smell. And I really feel it had something to do with this tapping into the Arcturians. Well, I had just put on my radiator heater in my reading room the day before. So I'm thinking to myself, oh my God, there's something wrong with this heater. I've just picked it up off the side of the road. So maybe there's something wrong with it. So we dumped it that morning. And then I found throughout the whole day, no, it was everywhere I went. My smell was just 10 times. It was really uncomfortable, to tell you the truth, when you have that much sense or of awareness of everything. So yeah, we dumped the heater without having to, because it settled down after a few days, and I'm back to normal again now that I've put the Arcturian video up. So really interesting. But they did tell me right from the beginning. I'm probably going to do a making of that one as well, because there was a lot more messages that came through. They did tell me at the beginning that they don't even really like coming into the vibration of where humanity is in the lower programs, because it's too much for them. So really interesting story there. So this is going to be anyway, this is actually going to be a general reading and a free chat bar reading, which I do every Tuesday morning AEST time, which is Queensland Australian time, at 7:30. Hey Sandy, hey Free Speech, hey Annie, good to see you guys. Free Speech from UK, good. Right over the other side of the world. You must be nighttime for you there. So anyway, I was also tapping into, for the general reading, the public and where we're really at the moment. I do tend to tap into the higher energies, so those that are doing the work, because that's the ones I tend to help a lot more. I'll also watch out for the video that's coming up with Kevin Moore. So I'm on the Kevin Moore show too. And I also just came back from a visit with Mary Rodwell. So that's another experience that I'll probably share with you too in a later date. I'm still processing all of that information and what happened there. But she's a lovely, lovely lady. I've met her several times before, but I've never been to her actual home. So that was a really exciting time. Hey, Midge, good to see you. So let's get into this reading for the general. I have picked 2 cards to get a general feel, and then I'll see what channel messages come through as well. So we have the Hierophant come through, and we have the 2 of Pentacles. Now, what I'm going to say with the Hierophant, usually I would go launch into this whole thing of, contracts are coming, marriages, signing on the dotted line, that sort of thing. But I did not get that from this card today for the general reading. What I got was that there is a grounding of new laws within our psyche that are coming in. And these new laws for the light workers and those that are doing the shadow work and everything are more conducive with the vibration of Gaia herself and the natural program that we're in, rather than anything to do with trying to contain people and stop them from doing harm or wrong or whatever. It's not to say that we wouldn't do harm or wrong or anything like that, but laws can be very limiting in the consciousness of that they take one person that's done wrong and then spread it out over the whole entire general population. And really these new frequencies, these new laws, these new conditions that we're going to bring in, all to do with vibrational meet, rather than that happened over there at that time, and so it's across the board, because that limits everyone's experiences, even if they're not in that vibration of who that person was and why he did what he did, or that in itself is a very limiting concept, and it limits the soul, and it limits our expansion, our growth into something new. So a really valuable lesson with this card coming up to say, we all always have choice. We'll be looking at the snake and the logical side, and the right intuitive side, and the balance of all of that comes in. We have these new codes, like the keys are really sticking out for me. New codes for the lamb is representing to me at this moment the general population and where they're really at. They're like stepping into becoming the sheep, not just the innocent lamb. We're starting to take responsibility for our own sovereign self and who we are. We're becoming, behind the chair, even though this is the Hierophant is like a statue here. Behind is the crown. We're becoming our own royal self, and we live by the conditions of energy, into knowing where we are in a vibrational meet to what we're experiencing on the outside of ourselves. So with that, we have choice of whether to go into stay in the old program of trusting somebody else's laws, and that were written by somebody who already had a judgment call on somebody, not taking into account the energy they were in, just an overall energy of, that means that everybody's going to be doing the same thing as them, so we have to have a law for it. There's a whole heap of different ways of living on Gaia when we step into our sovereign self. So let's put them aside and we'll keep going. We'll keep shuffling and see what else comes up here for the general. I think that there's an awareness of this that's coming up. It's not like it's actually been grounded at the moment, but an awareness of this. It's been happening in and out of everybody's minds for a while, but even more so recently, it's going to come to fruition for the general, or those that are doing the work, the light workers and so forth. So we have the Four of Chalice, which is a gift, some sort of offering coming our way, and be careful when it comes our way not to be hiding behind the tree and not seeing it. When that gift comes, luckily, like, he's actually ready. He looks like he's prepared. He's not facing us, but he is facing spirit. He is facing the Pegasus flying in, and so he should be able to see that cup being offered to him, so long as he's not worried about what happened in the past is going to repeat itself. So there is offerings coming to everybody that is doing this work, and just be aware that when they come in, sit with them for a while. It could be because it's a new frequency for you, so just chill out and sit with it. You don't have to like act on these offerings straight away. You just sort of sit in the vibration. They won't disappear if you sit in the vibration. It's like sitting in allowing yourself to be in an unknown space so that you can just chill and get used to the vibration. Once you get used to it, then you can accept it with gratitude and not what is it when we you sabotage something. We won't sabotage it. So just be aware of any gifts that are coming our way. If you feel, oh my gosh, that's a big gift, or oh my gosh, that's new, or that feels different, just sit with it for a while. Trust that, and sitting in the unknown and just allowing it to be present will not disperse it. It will actually grow it. It will actually make you feel into the vibration more. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Sandy. And the next card that came out was the Two of Swords. So this is the Two of Swords is in reversal, and this has been coming up a lot in reversal. So really, in the upright position, she's blindfolded and she's not really seeing what's coming her way. It's like a gift of energy coming her way, because the horse will always represent energy coming, something, momentum, a new path. And she's sort of sitting here because she's been protecting herself so much that she's literally blindfolded and has her swords in her hand ready to chop anything that comes her way, even if it's good or bad. She doesn't even know what she's chopping, right, kind of thing. In reversal, it's like the swords are dropping and the blindfold is coming off. We're starting to see what we were doing to ourselves. We were sabotaging ourselves in those past programs that limited our consciousness, and we're starting to now step into what it feels like to be in a self-supporting, loving who we are frequency. It's a different frequency than what it was before. Hey, Midge, can't wait for any of your stuff to share. Thank you, Midge. Okay, I will do a free Chatbar reading soon, Cheryl, so just hang in there. Okay, so we'll do some clarifiers with those cards as well and see where we go with those. So really interesting, the vibration, as I just feeling into that new vibration that's coming at the moment. It is still feeling void-like, but we're seeing glimpses of this new heaven on earth, grounding, starting to see the grounding, the outside. It will start coming up for us as we take each everything that comes to us that is of no value to us or feels wrong or just doesn't make us feel good anymore, the more we stand in our power and say, you know what, I don't need that anymore, the more we stand in our power and say, yeah, okay, it's like water off a duck's back. I feel I've supported myself enough. You can say what you like. I can see it's only coming from your lack. It's not mine anymore. The more we start to do this, the more we're going to start seeing gifts coming our way, because we're opening a new door into a new vibration of trusting ourselves and trusting the way that we create our reality rather than asking somebody else for that trust. So yeah, that is literally grounding heaven on earth through ourselves, our own self-awareness of how we feel about us. Roller coaster for free speech. Yeah. Okay, Hierophant, let's see. So we're grounding an understanding of new laws and an understanding of the original. We've got 3 come out here, so I'm just going to put them as all clarifiers. So we have, I think one of them was upside down, but I turned it upright, so I'm just going to leave it upright, and we'll just get one more for the final card. Okay, that happened. So for the Hierophant, we got the 4 of coins here. So 4 of coins is almost being protective of our energies, being protective of ourselves in this moment of finding a new way of living on Gaia, it's a new vibration. So the only way that I can put it, it's because it's coming back into trusting our souls, intuition, imagination to grow something new, the ability to take charge when something happens and someone says you're going this way and you don't feel like it's the right way for you, that you say, okay, that's interesting that you say that, but you go away and go, oh, I'm going to carve my own path. It's going to be a much better path than the way that they're telling me I have to go. So then you're starting to ground these new feelings, new ways of doing things. When you step into that and trusting who you are, it might feel a bit wobbly, so you might feel like you need to just overprotect yourself a little bit in those moments. Just be aware that you're not protecting yourself so much that you become miserly. Just be careful that you're still open to the new experiences that are happening with this. So in other words, I suppose what I'm saying is that you might manifest something into your life, and then you might feel, oh wow, I did that. I actually thought I deserved it, and it came to me, and here it is on a platter just freely for me. And then you feel like, oh, I've got to protect, but be careful you're not protecting the actual object, that you're protecting your sovereign self and the ability to do that. That's what I'm trying to say. Didn't say it right at the beginning. So yeah. Okay, so the next one we got was the 2 of Pentacles, and that was clarified with the so we've got the 9 of coins. Wow. Sorry, I'm not very good at reading numerology, these Roman symbols, and I'm dyslexic as well, and I'm seeing it backwards in here, so I have to really think about it. Okay, so the 9 of coins, and we've got the 2 of Pentacles. So here we are with a decision that we're making of what we're trying to balance everything out. Okay, we've got these laws coming in. We've got to sort of move our way through, find our own river through that, so that we don't need to follow the path of that. We're starting to find the balance of what it feels like to take our power back. And this is literally gifting us all of this abundance coming our way. So I really feel the more that you do this work, the more that gifts come in 100%, and say that this works, like the shadow work and everything that you're doing, it has for me anyway. And I always feel like I'm just a little bit ahead of everybody else, and what's coming next is absolutely amazing. So it's extremely exciting. And you'll just go, whoa, am I really creating that? That's, through your own self-worth. So that there with that one. So then the next card that we had, like I said, was the Four of Cups, or Four of Chalice. And the one that was underneath that was the Four of Wands, but it was in reverse. So in reversal, I still see communities coming together, but it's still to come. It's still like this upright is definitely soul. For me, it's the soul tribe collaboration. You also have soul partners, relationships coming in that are in balance with your authentic self. And it feels totally different than what it did in those past frequencies with the program that was running over top of fear and lack. This feels easy. And even if you have gone through many bad relationships in the past, and these new relationships that are coming our way with the soul tribes coming in, you won't even have the self-doubt. You won't even have the, oh my God, how am I going to trust this? I can't trust anything after everything that happened to me in the past. It doesn't work that way. As soon as the right vibration comes in that meets you and your supported self, you just know, and there is no doubt. The trust is open, and it's very easy to open your heart to that. So just to be aware that it's not going to be like the struggle at the beginning where you're like, yes, should I, shouldn't I? If you're feeling that, you're probably still not seeing your own, like there's something that you've still got to clear within yourself. Then the next one that was up was the Two of Swords in reverse, and that was clarified with the Six of Cups. So with that being the unfolding of, like I said, we're taking off the blindfold and dropping the swords and then stepping into something new. We're literally being gifted new experiences that came from when we were a child, like the feelings that we had when we were kids before we were programmed, the freeness that, a child will never worry about the future. They're just living in the present moment. And we're gifted that by taking off all of this protective clothing and protective energy that we had to save ourselves by slicing everything up. And we couldn't even see what was good or bad coming towards us. We just kind of attacked everything. We're no longer doing that anymore. And so we're then stepping into that innocence of a child, but with maturity. So really nice reading coming our way here. For sure, for sure. I'm going to do a couple of oracle cards. I'll do the animal one. 23. See what comes out of this. See what the animals have to say. We will be starting to see our Gaia, Earth, animals, and everything through the energetic eyes. We start to see the value of a lot more of what's going on outside of us, and those things that are blocking us we won't even feel like doing it anymore. We won't feel like watching the same programs. You just kind of go, okay, I did all that. I know where that story goes. It gets boring because what's coming is so much more exciting and adventurous and clear and blissful for you. So let's see what animals have to say. So we have the eagle. This is actually my shamanic animal, the eagle mastery. So let me read this. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. And so you become the observer of everything in your reality, and you see through the illusions. And that's one thing that the Arcturians really made sure I pointed out, that this world was, or the old program is, just an illusion, that you are way, way, way more powerful than what they are allowing you to experience and realize within yourself. And when you take that power back, you're the master of your reality. You become the eagle soaring through the sky and seeing everything for what it truly is and the value that it is giving you, because you see the value in yourself. Okay, so that's one oracle. Let's do one more oracle card. I'm going to do these ones because I don't think, oh no, they're not. Sorry, I'm switching up. Okay, I'm going to do these ones. I think these are the Alice in Wonderland ones. I like these ones. Okay, so we have one more oracle card. Let's see what else comes through for the general with clarity. Some of these bigger cards I can shuffle till the cows come home, and I'm just feeling this one, so I'm going to pick this one. Yeah, because I have to hold them tighter because they're so big, and so they don't fly out. Wow. It's just interesting, isn't it, how everything goes together. We're learning to become the leaders, but not the leaders of everyone else. We're learning to become the leaders of our own reality. Lead the way. Be a leader. Show others how it's done. You can help others, but by example. This is what I'm feeling of this. We're leading by example. In other words, we're stepping into the clarity of what we want to do, and we become the way showers, I think it's called, of for everybody else to go, wow, what are they doing? They're happy. How can they be happy in this reality? How can they be shining their light in this reality? What's going on in their world to make them so, thrilled about life? And then you go, wow, this is how I did it. And then they listen, because you are already there, and you don't feel in fear of this world anymore. You don't feel in fear or depowered by anything anymore, because you see in clarity that your worthiness, you deserve only the best, and you deserve to protect that best. That's why we came up with that protection, this one here, underneath the Hierophant. We protect our best selves, and we no longer give our power away so much that we leave ourselves too vulnerable, and then we end up going into the fear-based program again. So this is all about becoming the leader of your own reality. It goes so well with Eagle Mastery, doesn't it? It's really cool how that goes. And just looking at the time, I'm going to do one more, right? And then we will go into the free readings. So a reason why I just saw these angel cards, and I think they wanted to speak. So I'll do one more angel card, and then we'll do free readings. So if you want a free reading, just say yes, please, and I will, or thank you. I'll give you a reading, a free quick reading. Don't forget, I'm an intuitive counselor. I do readings, so you can book me down below. Yeah, I've got a few. It's going to get really busy when the Kevin Moore show comes up. So if you do feel like a reading, I would advise to get in before that that's published, because last time I was inundated massively. So let's pull a card for the general, and then we'll get into these free readings. Okay, I feel like this one. Dreams. So dream big. Feel into, like, I'm not seeing this as dreams as sleeping dreams. I'm seeing this as what are your dreams? Where are you going? What do you want to aspire to? What's the best scenario you could ever imagine in your life? What would that feel like? What would it be like? Feel into that. Use your meditations to really dream big and just feel into that vibration. The more you feel into that vibration and just allowing, and then, you know, get up and through your day and see glimpses of that coming your way. Embrace those glimpses and thank, even if other not so good things are happening, be grateful for those little glimpses of your dreams coming true. It doesn't matter how big or small. It could be just that your teenage daughter is smiling that morning or something like that, instead of being grumpy, you know, something like that. It could be anything, but really be grateful for those dreams coming true. Okay, let's get into some readings for everybody here, because we've got some people saying yes, please. Okay. Just been feeling into, I think I'll do Osho to begin with. So we have, yes, please, Karen. Karen, clarity for Karen for this week. Clarity for Karen. Even though I say it's for this week, sometimes it is for like quite the next kind of energy field. It could be like for a month or something, but not to say that it doesn't start this week, or it is something that's needed to be heard this week. Okay. Clarity for Karen. Clarity for Karen this week. We've got two cards coming out. So, okay, I think that you feel like you have to carry the whole weight of the world on your shoulders, and you are exhausted by it. It's almost like I'm literally seeing you getting online and going, oh my God, I have to save this, I have to save that, I have to fix this, I have to fix that. And there's no way you can do this. It is exhausting. You are, that is actually part of the old program. The old program is designed for us to carry everything on our back. It's even in the Mayan calendar. There's a Mayan calendar picture of a man, and he's like hunched over, and he has this computer looking object on his back, and he's just so exhausted. And that's what's coming up for me with you. So the reason why that is because there's a program of feeling responsible for everything, and then you start judging everything as well. There's only one reality that you are responsible, and it is yours, from where you are right now and all that you can see in this moment, not what's on TV and on the other side of the world or anything. If you can find happiness within yourself, you're putting a vibration out to the world to allow others that aren't in their happy space to feel that there is happiness on earth, on Gaia, and that they can start to go towards that happiness. If you're constantly exhausted and feeling like you have to carry every responsibility, whether it be just in your home world, in your family, or the world itself in general, your exhaustion is not adding any beautiful flavor to the world. It's not helping in the end. It's actually just bringing everybody else down with you, and nobody should be responsible for everybody else's reality. That means that we don't trust everyone else to be able to navigate their own reality, and we need to trust others that they can hold their own, and all you do is shine yours so that they can come to you. So that's your reading, Karen. Leanne, one flew out straight away for you. I'll just see if there's one more. It could just be that one card. Okay, the card that really flew out was aloneness. So a very hermit card. This card is a very hermit card. It could be that you might not necessarily feel alone, but you might be alone. But it's all to do with inner work, inner journey, how do I feel about myself, holding your own light. If you held your own light and you started emanating that, do you feel alone anymore? Or are you, let me just tap into this. Is something like a wise, okay, they're telling me like information coming through by you being in this position, like wisdom, like tapping into your soul. Like now I'm starting to see this staff here as you're holding your soul. You're actually starting to feel into that. You might, I sort of feel like you're not getting there just yet. So I have this kind of a blockage feeling with this while I'm saying it, but just stay in that moment for a little, stay in that for a little bit. Don't be too concerned about finding other people to navigate your path. That you are the one that navigates your path. There's a conditioning that you're letting go of. See, the lion is the sovereign self. He is the one that knows who he is, and he's in this program. The illusion is covered himself with a sheep, so he fits in with the sheep, and he's not a sheep. He is mighty. He is wise, he is sovereign, he's beautiful, and he doesn't even see the beauty in himself because he's too busy fitting in with everybody else. So that might help with that message. Sorry, that wasn't very clear, but I just trying to help you as much as I can. Feels like there's a bit of a blockage around you, Leanne. Something that's almost like you don't want to hear it, almost like you don't want to see that power within yourself of how powerful you are. Something like that. Okay, Cheryl. I'm going to just, well, I did say that if 3 cards fell out, I'll take them. So let's go in with this. Cheryl, you have courage coming your way. So this is the strength card. It's like, even though it's a rocky, that's showing. This is the strength card. It's like, even though it's a rocky, that's showing me mud. Okay, they're showing me mud and traipsing through the mud. But the mud is like, how you get water that when you step in the mud, the water all goes cloudy. It's like you're starting to step out of that mud, and then it gives time for the settlement to go, the mud to fall to the ground, or the dust to fall to the ground and the water, and then you start to see clarity. It starts to get clearer. And the maturity card came in upside down. So this is the card of, like, it's the best card you can get in this pack, where it's just like you are mature now, you see it all, you're the observer, you're the eagle, you're the lion, you're the everything, you have all the tools, you're the magician. But in reverse, maybe there is a feeling of not being ready, but they're saying you are ready. You are ready to be that maturity. Go out into nature and just feel the essence of nature. Like she's hugging the tree. She's feeling the essence of the tree. The tree holds wisdom. It's showing her a path within her own soul that has connection to that tree and an understanding of everything. There's more understanding coming your way of reality and what that is meaning for you and your path, your soul's path. So that was for Cheryl. Free speech warrior. Look out for signs, free speech. There's signs coming your way, and they might be repeating. And it's just letting you know that your guides are always going to be with you. Okay, free speech, free speech. These two just fell. Boop, boop. Okay, so these were in reverse. So there was schizophrenia in reverse. So this is a person that on this side, if it was upright, he's like trying to hold on to both sides just in case, and it's stretching him out and he's feeling uncomfortable. In reverse, I literally see you're flying, you're not doing this anymore. You've decided both sides have a pivotal meaning. Look, I actually see it's like you're at the top of the mountain now. You're lying there and you're looking at the clouds. See how that's changed from stress of trying to hold on to both the old program and the new, the logic and the intuition, that you're trying to make sense out of everything that you logically, and you can't. It doesn't work. But because it came in reverse, it's like you're lying on top of that hill, and then you're seeing all this beautiful, all these signs and messages up here, where you're starting to allow yourself to be vulnerable in the experience of not allowing your mind to be. See, we have monkey thoughts in our minds all the time, and the more you just go, yeah, whatever, yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter, the more that you find more clarity within you, because you start to create a space within yourself to be vulnerable, but also be aware of more. And the monkey mind isn't your personality. It is just your logical brain trying to make sense of your surroundings through the program of fear and lack. And so it jumbles all over the show. And it's only when we master that, we become the master of it, and we say, you know what, it's a monkey mind. It's just trying to organize stuff. And it doesn't necessarily mean it's the truth of who I am, and it doesn't mean that it is going to come true or anything like that. But when we focus in on the monkey mind, it becomes our outside reality. And then we end up having to deal with it. For real. So we just allow these stupid little thoughts that coming at just, oh yeah, well, that was an interesting thought. Don't give it any sort of attention. And then the next card that came out for you was ordinariness in reverse as well. Ordinariness is really taking those little moments in your life, those blessings, like walking outside and seeing the blossoms and how beautiful they are, and that your ordinariness and just being present and living and feeling, you know, the wind on your skin, and allowing your day to just flow through with no big dramas or anything. You're just present. Because it was upside down, just be careful you're not tapping into dramas around your life. Just be present with it all. Okay, so that was quite a long reading. Can't help myself sometimes. Sorry, guys. Okay, free speech, that was yours. David. All of a sudden I'm realizing I'm going into a really long-winded reading instead of a short one. David. But that was nice information for a lot of us, I think, for free speeches reading. And just take what you need from the readings that they have for yourself too, because a lot of these readings are, you know, there'll be messages in them for you too. So David. Sharing, David. So sharing is caring. Okay. Also, it helps with your abundance coming in, because you start to see how when you give someone something, you feel really good. Look, it's on the bottom, transformation. When you feel good about giving, that's a gift to be able to give. And it makes you feel good, that especially when there's no, don't expect anything in return. That energy is starting to teach you why it's important to allow others to give to you and allow abundance to come to you, because you're giving them a gift by giving. And so it's a natural flow that happens, giving and receiving. And there's no, oh my God, I'm not so important, I shouldn't be taking what you're offering. And there's not so all of that becomes just this natural flow of energy of giving and receiving, giving and receiving. You know, we don't want to be the one that always takes from others, because then we're out of balance again, and we're saying that we're not worthy enough of having enough for ourselves to give. And the same goes for the other side. So that's a good card. That was for David. So Paula, slowing down came out for you. So slowing down is always a card for me that says that you are home. You have the home within yourself. If only you come into the moment of being present, then allowing, then all the messages that you're like looking for outside of yourself are already within you, and saying, it's like when you come back to yourself and how you feel about who you are, you're seeing where what you were grasping for outside yourself was a lack of what you thought that you couldn't find within yourself. So slowing down gives you that opportunity to see where what you already have, and where you're lacking. And the lacking will always be that you're grasping outside yourself. Oh, that person should be giving me that, or that person should be doing that for me, or I should be getting this from the universe. That is because you're stretching out to grab it, because you're feeling like I'm not powerful enough to let it magnetize towards me. So that's for you, Paula. And Yanaka. Oh, a card just wanted to fly out for you, Yanaka. Let's see if any more want to. Okay, so we have two that are so opposite for you, Yanaka. We have Beyond Illusion, which is like really understanding beyond the old program and understanding that there is this whole new reality and scope coming out for you. You're becoming the butterfly. You're starting to unravel your wings, and through that strength, nobody can do it for you, that you have to do it yourself to be able to step out of the illusion. And then it was covered with the politics card, which is now I feel you're starting to see through this beyond the illusion who you can trust, because you're trusting yourself and stepping out of this. So you can see those that have the mask that's fake, and then behind the mask is the icky political agenda and the snake that's wrapping around. You can see it a lot clearer when you step out of the illusion. So you'll have people coming up to you that you go, like all of a sudden, sometimes I'm not a jealous person at all. And then all of a sudden I'll get this jealousy feeling, and I'm like, where's it coming from? Now, I used to think, oh, I'm jealous. And it wasn't until I stepped away from that person that jealousy fell away. It was the person, and I could see the illusion of them being jealous. Instead of taking it on myself as an empath and thinking it's me, I start to now use my empathic awareness to see through the illusions, because I know who I am, and I know that I'm not a jealous person. So if someone comes into my reality with jealousy, I see through it straight away, because I start to feel that feeling. I'm like, okay, we're going to move away from this. That sort of thing. Okay, so that was for Yanaka. You're welcome, Leanne. Sandy. Wow, that was unbelievable. Thank you. I did feel stuck between two walls and trying hard to let go. Look from above, like your eagle card being present. Oh, great free speech. It's so good. Okay, so who we're up to? Sandy. So glad to be able to help free speech. I'm so glad to be able to help. My whole intention is to help guide everyone into becoming the most powerful being they can possibly become. So I'm really grateful for that. Sandy, 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 Sandy. Sandy, you've got adventure. So stepping into that child innocence of yourself and seeing through that perspective. If you can't find it, try to remember a memory that was good when you were little, how you were just wanting to explore the world or see what's out there, and feel into that vibration. That vibration's wanting to come back in you so that you can step into a new adventure. You're completing something. I think you've already completed it because it came out as a reversal. So you have completed the puzzle of your past. There's something completion coming in. So we're seeking a new adventure here. We're seeking to go into something brand new. And you might not actually know what this is yet. Like it might feel, but you might not actually know what this is yet. Like it might feel like you're in an unknown place at the moment. And you're like, whoa, where do I go from here? But it's asking you to bring back the essence of you as a child again. So that was for, who are we up to there? We were up to Sandy. Robin. Finally, I put the cards back, and then the adventure card came out as I said your name again. So that could be a reading for you as well, Robin, but I'll pick another card. See what else comes for you. So you have change. So you're definitely in the middle of something here where you could even see drama whirling around you, and they're asking you to stay present and centered in the moment and go, I know who I am, and this drama is not mine, so I'm staying centered because I'm in the energy of shifting from drama, from the world, from everything going chaotically around me, to standing present in present moment and allowing and trusting that. That is a big step when you start to disassociate from drama and you stand in present moment. It is a huge step for the evolution of humanity. It is a huge step for the evolution of humanity. And we see the drama or everything, or even our lives moving around us, we can start from that present stillness going, I want that, I do not want that, and you stop giving attention to that and you start giving attention to those things that you want. So the present moment brings you into the awareness of what you truly do desire, and then you have to look at yourself. Am I supporting this in myself that I deserve it? And usually you would get the odd little thing coming to you. Do you really deserve that? And then it might be something that's a bit disruptive, and you go, no, that's not what I was looking for. I want better. I want better. I want universe. I want better. And keep saying, I want better, until you get what you desired in the beginning. So that was for you, Robin. Paul. Morality in reverse. Let's see. There's a grounding going on here too. So creator, you are the creator and the love is the key. So morality's come up in reverse. Morality is like having certain rules and restrictions and abiding by them and saying that that's how life has to go. Judgment calls and all of that comes with morality. So I think you're starting to see through those those things that are of morality, like certain rules in your head that you have to do things certain ways, you're starting to break them up and become the creator. Like you got the creator card, so you don't have to fill your mind with things that have to be that way, starting to break them down and see that you are creating your reality. Then the Lovers came in reverse. So with that morality card, it could be a relationship that you're finding morality around, that you are maybe making judgment calls on somebody, and you turn it around and bring it back to you and say, why am I feeling disempowered by this? I need to look at myself, because you will never feel disempowered when you know you're the creator, and then you stop trying to control others, trying to control the outside world. You start to become the universe within you, and you are creating a whole new paradigm instead of attaching yourself to little laws within your head of how society, how the world has to be, or how other people have to be in your world. Yeah, so there's something there. Okay, thanks for Paul. Mark. Okay, Mark. And then I think we'll close up soon after this one. Mark, we've got possibilities coming in. So you are look at that, you are the eagle, starting to become the eagle, flying above the land that's below you, and seeing that there's a lot more vastness from this perspective, rather than being on the land and only seeing a small fraction of your reality. You're starting to see that you can become the observer of it. If you start seeing things from a new perspective of that observer, and you look at your reality from that perspective, then it becomes much more vaster, and you have much more choice in your reality of where you're going. So that's a really good card for you to come. You're doing well. That's great. Thanks, Sandy. Thanks, everybody, for being part of this. Please look up my Arcturian video, Stepping Through a Portal in the Arcturians, and share it around. I was a bit slack with the enunciation of that one, because my life has become really blissful. So I've been a bit slack with certain things on my YouTube. So I didn't share it around as much as I usually do. So everyone, if you want to share it, share it. And I love you guys. And until as much as I usually do. So everyone, if you want to share it, share it. And I love you guys. And until next week, I will be here again. You are a blessing to me. Thank you so much. Bye.